We welcome to season 2, week 2. We are going to be talking about our league standings, our two feature matches of the week. We're doubling it up this week. So we got the semifinals of the ATP of the Australian. First, how's everyone doing? David, first time being in this season. How you doing?
I'm good. Long-time listener, first-time caller, Ike. It's good to be here. Just sitting in my apartment in downtown Fargo. Woke up yesterday morning to some yelling. We've got a parking garage, and I thought, do we have a drunk person? Do we have a homeless person? No, we also have the police station below me. They were training their cadets in negative 30-degree weather. So shout out, Fargo Police. Thank you for your service. 4:30 in the morning.
Let's go blue.
Yeah, so I'm good.
I do want it to get it right into the feature matches of the week.
All right.
Sorry.
Just
how are you,
just
Carter?
Dave's opinion on how he's doing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I'm doing well. It's a great week to have more than 0 points.
That's true.
All right. Well, what do you have to say? What do you have to say, Guard? Like, clearly, you're upset.
I said what I needed to say. It's a great week to not have 0 points. Two of us in this chat can't say the same.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
it's a great week to have 2 points and be at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel being at the top, Jared?
It feels good. It feels natural. It feels like what was expected all along, and so I fully expect to remain in that position going forward too.
And also, you get to pick last for total games this week.
Yeah.
The guys outside the chat, because they're not here and we're not going to witness their vote. You'll be a little bit independent of them, but you will have the advantage between the four of us.
Yeah, little Price is Right style. Get to base my picks off of what was already said.
Yeah. So let's get into the first feature match of the week. We have Novak Djokovic and Alexander Zverev in the semifinal. I am going to take Novak Djokovic in this match. I believe the total games he's going to win in 4 sets. I believe it's going to be 43 games total. That's my prediction for total games. So we have 43 and Novak for the win. Dave, who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, so one thing that we've learned over the years is that water is wet, grass is green, and that Zverev is a fraud when it comes to the deep rounds of Grand Slams. Joker in 3 sets, it's going to be 6-4. It's going to be 6-3, and it's going to be 7-6. So that's 13 plus 9 plus 10. That is 32 games.
Dave's doing math again.
There's nothing I love more than when David gets into his math.
You actually have a notebook? I've got a mental notebook, baby.
There you go. And I'm currently going blind. I can't see you guys. So I don't even know who's next on the screen right now. But I am writing down pencil and paper, the old school method. I have 43 games. Dave has 32 games. Well, Bart, I guess you are next.
All right. Yeah, I'll let her buck. This one's easy, though. We all know the answer here. Zverev is a complete contender. He definitely needs to cut his hair. Definitely needs to stop working on his right hook for domestic sake. He also needs to learn how to play tennis. Djokovic does know how to play tennis. He knows how to play it very well. He is the GOAT unequivocally, and he is officially back. And he is going to win this in 49 games.
49? Dang.
Games.
Did you guys see Zverev getting mad about that feather? Did you see that?
No, because I don't
didn't
waste
get
my
the
time on
backstory,
losers.
but
There's a feather, like there's obviously birds flying around the stadium. There's a feather from I don't know, freaking dove, I don't know. From
bird?
falling from the sky and it hit the ground, and the umpire called a let. He's like, let, because you could clearly see it coming down. Everyone in the whole stadium would kind of see that. It'd be like if a paper airplane came coming down, everyone would look at it. I think fair, call the let. It's gonna obstruct the view of everyone and including the players. Is it? Can you not call it? I think you can. It's fine with a no call. But anyways, Zverev got so mad. He's just freaking out over this freaking feather. Thoughts on that?
Wouldn't be the first time he's gotten mad.
One of the interviewers was asking Zverev about his girlfriend and when he had domestic issues, and that when he was traveling abroad, that she asked if he missed his girlfriend, and he said the only time I miss my girlfriend is when I swing at her and she ducks.
That's a real quote.
No.
Hey, that's a good bird pen or bird pun. Doc.
No, I made that up, but it seems like something he might say.
Who do you have winning between the two?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Novak here as well, just not only because he's on my team, my roster, but also because I do have very little faith in Zverev. With that said, I thought coming into this, I think because we're all kind of making the same pick, especially, and because I don't know what's going on with Novak kind of playing up the injury thing a little bit when he took down Alcaraz. I know he kind of becomes a little bit of a showman when it comes to those sort of things, and I'm not really reading into it, but he is older. I mean, he's 37, and these take a toll on the body. So I could see this being closer. I can see Zverev making a real push at this, or even maybe pulling this one out. So I'm going to give him a little bit of credit. I'm going to say it goes 5 sets, but I'm going to have Novak pulling this one out. So let's go up to 40. I'm going to say 48 total games played with Novak coming out on top.
All right. So you're not really playing the strategy for closest game.
No, not necessarily.
All right. I like the guess though. If you hit it right on the nose, that would be the massive flex. Was anyone surprised that Zverev has beaten Djokovic 4 times? Like out of their 12 competitions?
No, I wouldn't say I'm surprised at it. I mean, I know Zverev has it in him to get these matches done. I feel like just some of the big match, close but not quite there type of matches for him kind of skew the perception. But I'm not surprised. He's uber talented, long, quick, athletic.
Yeah. And I think what will help him too is it's a semifinal. I feel like there's less pressure on the semi. Yeah. And I feel like Zverev is the biggest choke in the entire world. Zverev is the biggest choke ever. So this being in the semifinals, I'm not saying there won't be like moments of pressure, but he's played in these type of matches before. And it's not the big one. You know what I mean? Like there's slightly less pressure. I think he can play a little bit more free, especially it being Novak. There's less to lose. Yeah. So I think he's definitely got a shot in this one, but I think Djokovic is just going to outwill him. So I have to go with him. So.
But when they played in the U.S. semis and what was it, 21, when Djokovic was going for the quadruple crown, right?
I don't remember.
Zverev got the first 2 sets, I'm pretty sure, didn't he? He definitely got the first set, like pretty handily too. And then he just started like lollipopping second serves and like throwing in weak shit and getting tight on command, just like he did against Team in the final. I feel like he's definitely going to do that again here. No matter how many times he goes through it, he always kind of reverts back to those ways. And I'd imagine of those 4 wins, a lot of them are probably at like small tournaments where he doesn't have 5 sets to like think about how much he sucks and like second guess himself.
Yeah, that's it.
Oddly enough, I just feel like Novak is kind of flying under the radar, which is weird to say. And I don't know if it's because he's the 7th seed or what, but like he just for some reason, I feel like, and maybe we all came into this year thinking like, he's had a good run, but he's probably going to fade out here. It would be pretty incredible to see him come out, start the year with a major win.
Yeah. And when we were selecting people for our fantasy team, and Djokovic didn't go till 6 in our draft, which is absolutely nuts. That none of us chose it. Like, Novak's the GOAT.
No. There's a big asterisk with that though because of auto picks. He definitely would have gone sooner, but weren't there 3 auto picks or two? There were 2 auto picks.
Yeah, but still, like we had 4 members there. I understand Sinner and Alcaraz are
Alcaraz.
probably going to go 1-2, but I'm sorry, Medvedev, like Djokovic. You don't think Djokovic over Medvedev is not like a pretty realistic thing to choose?
I think in a major I'm taking Djokovic, but I don't fault the Medvedev pick for. I mean, if we're giving points out for Masters 1000 and other events, I think Medi's got a great chance to at least match Novak's successes in those, if
Yeah.
not better.
Okay, that's fair because Medvedev's gonna win and he's gonna win other tournaments. So
Yeah.
who was the other person then? Was there one other player?
Who would have been the auto draft?
No, actually then it would have been just the auto drafts. Yeah.
Auto draft,
So-
yeah. And I can't
Yes,
remember.
you got lucky, Sowie.
I know. It worked out great.
Dang. Yeah, because they would have definitely chosen.
Wait. No, are you sure it would have been the auto draft? So first 2 picks were Sinner, Alcaraz. Then was it an auto pick to Zverev?
Yeah. Yep.
Sinner's 3. Then the next one was an auto pick to. There were 2 auto picks. Eric took Medi.
And then
Who
it
was the
went to
other pick?
Fritz. Taylor Fritz is in the top 5 right now.
Oh, yeah.
Auto
yeah.
pick to Fritz.
Dave,
was-
I think
that-
Dave got Taylor Fritz.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Fritz, yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for Dave because
But-
Again, Fritz is going to win something.
Yeah.
I know, but for the biggest points available, for the most wins available, who's your money on? Right? If you're betting
Taylor
on
Fritz.
Novak for sure.
Yeah.
No chance. You just like his girlfriend.
It
I
does
said
make it
not Fritz, but I
Oh.
do like his girlfriend.
Oh, all right.
it does make it super interesting. One thing I was kind of reflecting on, and maybe we'll have to switch it for next season. I mean, this is just a very, very raw season. We created some rules, and just who the heck knows if these are going to be fair rules or not. We're gonna pause the deductions and stuff until like we actually have like some consistent traffic with everyone, just to make sure everyone's on the same page. But I mean, who knows? But the one thing I was thinking about when we did our snake draft is, Cart and I got the first and second pick, and then it went to the ATP outside the top 20, and then we got on the other side the top pick for the women's. So we technically got the top pick for the men's and the women's. Like, is there a little bit of debate in that for us? Should we have gotten the reverse where, the snake went, if we got the top males, then the person who got the 6th pick got the top female. You understand what I'm
I think
saying?
Interesting. I'd be curious to know what percentage of tournaments are won by players outside the top 20, right? If it's below a couple of percentage points, then I would say for sure a big advantage. But, I also, at the same time, going last, I didn't feel in the moment as though the squad I ended up with was any worse than what you guys had.
Yeah.
But I'll be curious to see how it shakes out.
Let's get into the
Yeah,
other
Jared-
feature match of the week.
Jared,
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Jared Loki got the best team because you got the auto pick helped to get Djokovic, great
Mhm.
pick, and then I don't know what you guys thought, but Shelton would have been my pick, dude with like the huge weapon who's proven that he can go deep in majors, but was like pretty young. Like I don't know, that's like the obvious yeah, that was a good pick.
I was
Yeah.
so happy that Shelton was right outside the top 20.
Yeah, it's actually an insane pick because he's like he's for sure a top 15 guy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And to get him outside the top 20, which
I was
is
very
pretty
happy about
impressive.
that. Yeah, so we'll see how it shakes out.
Mhm.
We got Yannick Sinner and Ben Shelton in one thing I'll do on the screen too as well. I know I'm not showing it right now, but I will show the teams for like who each person has in our league for their 4-person team. But we got Yannick Sinner and Ben Shelton all starter off. I mean, it's hard not to go Yannick. I do want Shelton. Go America. I am American. I have to cheer for him, but the realistic answer in this equation is Sinner winning this one, and I think it's going to be winning in 3 or 4. I believe it's going to be an ass whooping. I don't think Shelton has any shot. Sinner's just more of a well-rounded player, more weapons. Besides the big serve that Shelton has, like Sinner's gonna eat him up. So I'm gonna go 38 games total and Sinner winning. Dave, who do you got?
Yeah, echoing off your point there. Shelton, love him. Fucking love America. He's two-dimensional. He is the stereotype of the American male tennis player of the last 20 years, and that's not going to compete with Sinner. It's going to go 4 sets, 42 games. Nothing close, though. I mean, this is just, Shelton could win a major at some point in his career. You never know. But he's going to have to become more dynamic.
Yeah. Cart?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no chance. Sheldon has no chance, but I do see him like serving really well and maybe squeaking out a set and a tie break. So I'm gonna go Sinner. But let's see. Let's do 43 games.
I totally just didn't write down your game total, Dave. What was yours again?
Yeah, Robinson, 42.
42. And you have Sinner, right?
Correct.
We're like on ESPN when they just choose the same team. It's so boring. No one has any take. It's just like Georgia, 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 Georgia.
I mean, but objectively, these are lopsided on paper. These are lopsided semis.
I mean, yeah, that is fair. That is fair. I think we are. Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. Yeah, I mean, I think there's just an easy pick, if that makes sense. It's hard to go against the grain for these ones because you're gonna look stupid if you do.
Yep.
But Jared,
I got a little benefit here of I'm gonna go with Sinner, even though it's the boring pick. And the nice thing for me is that either Sinner pulls it off and I'm correct, or Shelton wins and he's on my team. So
True.
I'm trying to kind of play the odds for myself here. I'm not going to double down on Shelton, even though I do feel good about him. I definitely agree with Carter's perspective that he's a big enough server, a good enough game to get to a tie break in any given set, given that he, holds serve. So I don't think he's going to get swept straight up. I could see this one being sneaky close as well. For some reason, I just have this feeling that even though we're kind of looking at these on paper, not super close semis, we might look back and see we had a couple of 5-setters here or something. So I'm going to go with Sinner. This time, just for the sake of playing it smart, I am going to do just one more game than Carter. So I'll take 44 games and then kind of play the odds here and hope that the guys that are going to text in their results don't snipe me with a close pick there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, this will be an interesting, it's potentially a 4-point swing. So if you get the total games right, there's only going to be one winner for each side. And if you have two people who are the same distance away from what actually happened, then they will share they'll both get a point. If you just select the correct winner, you'll also get a point. So if Jannik Sinner wins and Novak wins, we'll all get the same amount of points. No one will change in terms of the ranking.
Sure.
But yeah, this is going to be the first week of getting to the finals. Sinner is on someone's fantasy team. Shelton is on someone's fantasy team. He's on yours, Howie. Novak is on someone's fantasy team. He's on yours as well. Zverev is on someone's fantasy team. We got Iga on the other side, fantasy team. Sabalenka's still in it. So there's a lot of girls and a lot of guys who are going to earn some points this weekend. So yeah, Sunday's going to be interesting. We'll see who's in the league for total amount of points. But yeah, Grand Slam, 8 points online. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Good golly.
Episode.
Copper men's tennis starts their season on Monday. First match of the spring, February 8th, 1 p.m. Courts Plus Community Fitness. Feel free to tailgate in the parking lot. I can supply a grill. Maybe actually that sounds like a lot of work, but yeah. Bring your ass.
In your ass.
Yeah.
Brian, yeah.
Get an abortion.
Send the video.
10 inches of snow in Pensacola, Florida. That's crazy.
That's not
That's crazy.
That's not that
That's
much.
That's like Hiroshima for them. Like they don't
That's
know how to
like-
respond to that.
That's like 3 times more snow than anybody would ever need. I've been told. I've been told like a third of that is like a very satisfactory amount of snow.
Who
I
is
heard,
that?
yeah, 10 inches of snow hurts. Come on.
That's unrealistic.
It's not
That's,
even-
that's just painful. Nobody wants 10 inches.
who's that? I think he's a French player who has the 1E backhand.
Richard Gasquet.
Gasquet, yeah. He knows something
Cocaine
about 10
Gasquet.
inches. He knows something
Oh
about
my
10
gosh.
inches of snow.
Dude. Yeah, he does. On the other hand, can we take a moment to admire that Gael Monfils is doing this at age, 39, 40? Still?
It's nuts.
38. He's like, people don't put him in that. If you think about the athletes that have been elite at their sport near the age of 40, like LeBron, Messi, right? It's a very slim list of like ever athletes dominating their sport. And I'm not saying he's the best, but like to go out there and play at the highest of the high level and upset a very highly ranked player, like he doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
Do you think
Agree.
the evolution of bodies, you know how like, 5-10 years ago there wasn't the dietary supplements and technology and knowledge out there to sustain, the body, but now there is. Well, let's say in like 20 years for football, do you think there's going to be like a 55-year-old quarterback who's just slinging, who has a 35-year career in the league?
No, I don't. I just like, I don't know. If you look around, any of you guys go to work tomorrow and look around at people who are 40, right? And then just think about like being at the athletic highest of the high, like 0.01% of people at that age. It's unbelievable. I can't
It's
even.
really tough to comprehend.
I can never picture that at age 22, let alone 40.
Yeah, that's fair.
Point. All right, boys. I got to eat some dinner. I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. See ya.